always have a great topic for us today. It's just, and the research. I wonder where you're going with this, but I saw one yesterday that was interesting. But let's hear what you have to say.
Okay. There she's still alive, a New York City heiress who was married for 21 years. All of a sudden, she gets a phone call from a guy, and he says, I hate to break it to you, but your husband is having an affair with my wife. 21 years of marriage. Okay, so she confronts the husband. She's an heiress. There's so much money. And he's got so much money. She's got so much money. They all have a lot of money. And so she confronts him, and he admits it. It was only for a short amount of time. But you know what? This is what I decided. I thought I was happy. I'm not. I thought I wanted this life with you. I don't. You can have this house. You can have that house. You can have the cars. You can have the kids, custody of the kids. I want nothing. I'm just walking out. They got divorced. She was probably in a state of shock because this happened so quickly. And she says he sees the kids occasionally. There's no co-parenting. She's on her own with the kids. All this money, is it worth it? We seem to think that, well, money can buy you happiness. No, it cannot, everybody. Know what you're getting into. But I am recommending for every single person out there, whether you're male or female, have your assets covered. Have independence of some sort. I'm not saying that you should just go off and have secret accounts and secret lovers, and that's not what I'm saying. I am saying that you should always, for women who don't think they need an education, get educated. You never know. Men, get educated. You never know. We know that men are dropping out of the educational systems. Higher education is now not so important to a lot of men. Well, if they're in trade school, that's fine. Make sure you have, and independently, that you have something of your own. Now, I got into a discussion with a woman years ago. She was a Wharton School graduate. That's a fine school. Matter of fact, President Trump went there. And she was a Wharton School graduate. And I think she went to Harvard also. And she argued with me that as she was married, they had money. And she argued with me, well, I don't have to work. I said, yes, you do. Emotionally, you have to work. Even if it's selling Avon, it doesn't matter. Have something that is yours. And she said, no, that's not necessary. My husband is never going to leave me. And here is famous last words. Here is a story. When the husband, who knows what was going on in his mind? He said, I thought I was happy. I wasn't. I thought I wanted this lifestyle. I don't. I thought I wanted these kids. No more. And he walked out on her. And she was okay. She had the money, but the emotional trauma, the possible PTSD you could get,
Right.
Such a shock. Can you ever recover? Will you ever trust
No,
anybody
and think,
again?
and a lot of times you're not paying attention to your partner. You're not
Oh,
seeing the
well,
signs. You're assuming no one will leave.
that's very smart that you bring that up. Yes. You just assume that nobody is going to leave. You assume that everything is going to stay the way it is right now, but life doesn't ever stay the way it is right
No,
now.
once someone's
Either gets better
unhappy,
or
they're out
worse.
the door. They're out the door once they're
Well,
unhappy.
well, well, this is interesting because men will tend to leave unless they know they're going to be slaughtered financially. And sometimes they hang in and they have affairs with other people. But women are nesters. Women tend to stay, even though they're miserable. Oh, they might have affairs, but they tend to stay with the kids and the family and the house. One woman said to me one time, I know he cheats. I've been married to him for a very long time, but I just want the lifestyle. So, what is that costing her? You see, everything is a cost. So, I am suggesting to everybody, please cover yourself. Have some money set aside. Let him know. Let your husband know. Let your wife know. This is my money. This is set aside just in case there is some kind of need for it. I want to be covered. And any understanding spouse will certainly buy into that because neither person wants to be left. But at any moment with these crazy times, the person you're sleeping next to can suddenly wake up and say, I'm done. And that's what this guy said. I'm done. Just like that. I'm wiping my hands.
Well, that's because, Dr. Gill, it's not like it used to be. We can communicate with so many people so many different ways. And then
Oh,
people change their tune and they don't have remorse for their actions. And they also don't know that the grass is not greener on the other side. And it goes back to your brain and a chemistry that you get for something new and how you feel. And that's why I recommend everyone to have a purpose in their lives. If you don't have a purpose in your lives, you're not going to be happy. You're going to be unhappy. And and just don't think that my retirement's my purpose in my life. You have to have something.
I was on a talk show and this very obese woman was appearing on the show. And she said that no, she had, well, let me describe her. She had very broken out skin, suggesting that she was not healthy. She had 5 kids, each from a different father, never married, and she didn't know what she was going to do next. She was impoverished, of course. And I said, what are you going to do? She turned to me in all seriousness, Neil, and she said, well, I'm going to find a rich husband. And I, in all seriousness, looked at her very closely and I said, what will you offer a rich husband?
Wow.
She had no idea that this is a give and take. A rich husband. Why would he want her? Why? I don't know if I even got through to her, but it was terrifying
Yeah.
because this woman was on welfare. The government was supporting her. She could have had 10 more children since I saw her on this talk show, but she was under the impression a rich husband was going to save her.
Hmm.
Guys, money is not the answer. And if you are emotionally present, and that's the word I use all the time with my clients, if you are emotionally present, you will see signs that will tell you, something's not right. And then what do? You communicate. You don't hide your head in the sand. You don't try to run away from this. You see something, say something to your partner and say, if we have a problem, let's either mend it or end it. That's
Exactly.
it. And that's my GildaGram for tonight.
All
Mend
right.
it or end it.
All right. That was a special simulcast. Go to drgilda.com. And that was a special simulcast. And Neil